naman niya pinapakita sa'yo. Pag hindi ka mabilis tumingin, akala mo, he's only pressing it once, but actually it's twice. All trucks and buses are like that. Double clutching sila. Pero yung mga buses na nakikita yung modern, beautiful buses now, they are just like an ordinary car. You also press the clutch once. And most of them, karamihan ng truck buses, automatic na rin sila. Para hindi masyadong napapagod yung driver. Karamihan ng bus ngayon, modern buses, automatic na rin sila. Next. As far as degree is concerned, ordinary car, what you have is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and reverse gear. Ang mga buses, sometimes a minimum of 7 gears and maximum of 15 gears. Marami sila. You cannot imagine memorizing 15 gears. You would not even memorize first, second, third, and fourth gear. Much more to memorize 15 gears. But the most difficult part in bus driving is calculation, which is one of your many weaknesses. How to calculate. Driving a small car is so small, it's so handy, it's so easy to drive. You are running straight, and then you want to make a turn. As soon as you reach the corner, you swerve the steering wheel to the left like that. You can see the car swerving to the left. It's so easy to turn to the left. Driving a big bus, as soon as you reach the corner, you swerve to the left like that. Lahat ng bahay sa kanan, mawawala lahat yan. Remember, mahaba yan. You have to make bueno. You have to go around the corner. You have to calculate properly before you can make a complete turn. Kaya buses, even Pepsi-Cola transport, they cannot even penetrate this squatter area places kasi nga ang lalaki nila. Next. The moment you learn how to drive a big vehicle, not necessarily a big bus, any big vehicle, you will not feel happy and safe anymore driving a small car. Yeah. Kaya pag nasanay ka na mag-drive ng big vehicle, not necessarily big bus, an expedition, Pajero, Montero, Suburban, mga malalaking kotse, light days, mga panet, medyo matatakot ka na mag-drive ng small car. Why? Okay. You drive a Vios. You go along EDSA, in front of SM, where all the buses are there. You shy away from the bus because the turn of the bus is even bigger than your car. So you avoid all these buses. Ang lalaki talaga nila. Para silang ikante, para lang doon. If you are the bus driver, sige, lumapit kayo. Ang yabang nila in front of EDSA, para silang king of the road. They occupy the whole space. They know they can intimidate all these private car owners because of their weight and partners. Ngayon, the moment you in driving a small car, you feel everything. Much more the speed. You drive along the highway, driving a small car. You run 140 kilometers per hour. You can feel the car is practically flying. Kumaganyan niya. And then hindi mo nakita ng lubak, yung humps, dumiretso ka. Lahat kayo lilipan doon sa loob ng kotse. Driving a big bus, you don't even feel the wind, you don't feel the speed, you don't feel the bump, you don't even feel the accident. Driving a small car, pag nasagi ka ng bus, may silipo ka. Yung bus, dalawang kotse nang nakasabit sa likod niya. Hindi mo niya alam, may nakasabit pa sa likod. Hindi mo nila nararamdaman kasi lalaki nila. Ngayon, it's more tiring driving a small car than driving a big vehicle. You can feel that. Mag-drive ka ng CRV, mag-drive ka ng Pajero, mga Montero, they are more relaxing to drive. Sa mga bus, mas magaganda sila mag-drive. Mas hindi sila nakakapagod. Why? The instrument panel arrangement naman ibang-iba na. If you drive a small car, it's so tiring, especially in long-distance driving. When you take a seat, the steering is against your body. 4-5, hirap, nangangawit ka kagad. Ang bus, nakatayo ang monobera sa tapat niya. Ginaganyan-ganyan lang niya. Yan. Driving a small car, especially the old one, if you want to make a complete turn, ang bigat na monobera. Ikaw pag magkabalik sa taas. Yan. Kaya ngayon, since 2000, lahat ng kotse ngayon, power steering na sila. Nung araw, halos walang power steering. Nung lahat ng lalabas dyan, ang bibigat talaga. Vegas by below 2,000, yung hindi power steering. Now, driving an old car, especially the old one, if you are running fast, you want to make a complete stop, full braking na rin, kailangan ginugong pa yung braking para tumigil yan. Ngayon, mga buses na yan, a little tapping of the brake, lilipat lahat ng pasero. Kasi air brake sila, tumuot ang lakas ng brake niya. Before they are even required by law to put a signboard at the back of this big bus, caution, keep distance, air brakes. Kasi malalakas ang brake nila. Ang monobela nila, super power steering yan. Even with one finger alone, you can turn the steering all the way to the left. After turning all the way to the left, you just leave it and it goes back. So kahit na malaki sila, ang dali-dali nilang i-drive. So these are the differences between these two. So in case of an emergency, and nobody can drive that bus, and you are the only one available, try it. Subukan mo. Do not be afraid. Maybe for the first few blocks, maraming bahay magigibaw. But later on, I'm sure you can be able to make that bus straight. Okay? Suppose you know how to drive without a driver's license. Are you a driver? Suppose you have a driver's license without knowing how to drive. Are you a driver? Who is the driver between the two? The one who knows how to drive without a license, or the one who has a license without knowing how to drive? Suppose you are a single mother, and it's the opening of the school classes, and nobody can drive your children going to school, and you have a car, but you are unwilling to take this school bus. So in desperation, you advertise in the newspaper, wanted, family driver, and these two fellows apply. Of course, you have to interview them individually. What are your qualifications? Ma'am, I'm happy to tell you, I have 10 years experience as a driver. Wow, very good. 10 years experience? Oh, but I have also only one problem. What is that? Ma'am, I have no license. Walang problema nga yan. O ikaw, Ma'am, I have 10 licenses. But I also have one problem. What is that? I don't know how to drive. Yan. Pag hindi nila sinabi yan, sino tatanggapin mo sa dalawa? I'm sure you will hire this person who has a license. You presume, since he has a license, he knows how to drive. Which is not always true in our country. Millions of licenses issued yearly. And yet, majority could not drive. In the provinces, it is the opposite. Majority of the tricycle drivers, jeepney drivers, in your own town, in your own province, they drive. But they have no license. How come in the provinces it's always like that? Yung mga sinasakyan natin ng grade school tayo, mga high school, driver, passenger jeep, wala silang lisensya. Because in the provinces, there are no LTO offices there. Sometimes you have to cross the sea for 1 week just to go to this capital area. You have to hike the mountain for several days just to go to this capital area. So you are not encouraged. Secondly, you are not afraid to drive in your own place because you know everybody there. Yung mayor kapitbahay mo, yung pulis kaklase mo nung high school, sino huli sa probinsya? Wala, kamag-anak mo lahat ng tao ron eh. So every day you drive your car, if there is no problem, it's okay. But accident can happen anytime. And then suddenly, may tumawid biglang bata, nasagasaan mo niya. Legally, there is no more case against you. It is understood you are guilty because you have no license. You have no right to drive that vehicle even if you know how to drive. So dapat makukulong ka. Pero tinignan mo yung napatay mo, kamag-anak mo rin. You know, in the province, you can settle everything amicably. Nagpapag-usapan lahat doon. Suppose you want to go to Manila now. Dahil iatid mo yung kapatid mo sa airport, papuntang Saudi. Sa Manila, wala kang kamag-anak. But don't worry, you can go to Manila. Even without a license. How? You just go to the police department of your place. You look for your police pamphlet. Brad, alam mo, yan, bukas ng bagay kapatid ko sa Saudi. Pupunta ako ng Manila sa airport, baka mahuli ako sa Pasay City. Pag-i-issue mo ako ng ticket. Kunwari, inuli mo ako kahapon. Ayan, yung TBR. Ayan, i-issuean ka ng ticket ngayon. License confiscated due to reckless driving violation. Bibigyan ka niyang ticket ngayon. Na under the law, if you receive a ticket for no parking violation, that's valid as a temporary license within 72 hours. So pag natiketan ka, your license is confiscated, that TBR, the ticket is valid as a temporary license within 72 hours. That is 3 days. So when you go to Manila, you are okay, you have the ticket. But actually wala ka naman lisensya. In-issue ka na ng ticket ng pulis. So, nakabalik ka na. Pagkabalik mo, bumalik ka sa pulis. Parang ito yung ticket na i-issue mo kahapon na. O itong bote pundador, pinabibigay niya sa iyo. Ibabalik lang niya sa libro, ikakancel lang niya yung ticket. Ganun lang ginagawa nila sa pulis. But in Manila, manito, every corner, every district, you can see LTO offices. It's so easy to secure a driver's license in Metro Manila. In fact, there's an old saying here, if you are in Manila, you can buy anything. From birth certificate, diploma, passport, visa, lahat mo, pati lisensya na bibili mo. And sometimes, although it's not correct, it's unfortunate, that is true. To tell you frankly, in 1960s, the Socialites Driving Institute was the one issuing the driver's license. At that time, student permit was not a requirement. Ngayon lang naman nire-require ng permit na yun eh. Before student permit was not a requirement. Upon enrollment, the secretary will ask you, anong gusto mo? Number or professional? Ano pa magkakaiba? Wala, 5 piso lang. Lisensya 5 piso lang eh. Our routine every day, every morning the secretary will go to the LTO office. We'll get this blank form, LTO blank form, pre-signed by the registrar. Wala pa namang computer nung araw eh, typewriter lang eh. Wala pang cash register. So, nandun lang mga form sa amin. The moment you enroll, itatype ng secretary, name, address, height, weight, like this. Official receipt. Wala pa namang cash register. Doon na, receive the amount of 5 pesos as full payment for a non-professional license. Itatatak lang sa gilid ng lisensya. Nung araw kasi mga lisensya, papel lang yan eh. Parang hard paper lang sila. OR number, date of issue, place of issue, amount 5 pesos. Click mo. Bibigyan mo yan. Meron ka ng number. At the end of the day, we just surrender the account is form to the LTO, including the 5 pesos per license issue. Ganon. Yung ako, pagbibigyan yan. Every morning, kukuha ka na yung form. Mga mayaman, mga wise yan. Magkano lisensya, 5 piso lang. Wala lang pala. May tulong ko bigyan mo ko 10. Anong sabi ko 10? 10 lisensya. Di ba 5 piso isa? Kung bibigyan ko 10, magkano? 10 times 5. For 50 pesos, you can have your 10 licenses in one day. As long as you are willing to pay. O sige, igagawa kita 10. Ano ilalagay natin pangalan? Lahat ng gusto kong pangalan ilagay mo na dyan. Alam mo, paborito ko singer si Elvis eh. Sige, ilagay mo yan. Elvis. Ano kapilito mo? Basta yung kapilito ko, palagi isa lang. De la Cruz. Elvis de la Cruz. Paul de la Cruz. James de la Lahat. Ipupusan mo yung 10 lisensya niya. Nagdadrive niya yun. Nahuli ng polis. O sige, sa'yo na yan. Meron pang siyam na natitira dito. Araw-araw nahuli ka. Binibigay mo na lang sa pulis sa lisensya. Pag naubos, balik ka ulit. Bigyan mo niya ko 10. Ang araw, ganyan kasimple ang lisensya. And the government was not strict. They don't even check. Because, wala namang gustong mag-drive ng araw eh. The government is trying to encourage everybody to learn how to drive. Magtuturo kami driving nung pagbabae lahat ng tao nakatingin. May babae. Napamangha sila magbahay sa jante mo. Pero ngayon, at that time, the population of Metro Manila was only 3 million. Ngayon, they are so strict. Kasi 35 million na tayo dito. Nung araw, wala naman traffic dito eh. Kukunti lang naman sasakyan, kukunti tao. So they have to be strict in the issuance of driver's license. Both are not considered driver. Because if you know how to drive without a driver's license, you are like a doctor practicing medicine without passing the board exam. Yes, you finish the course, but you are not licensed to practice that profession. Now, if you have a license without knowing how to drive, you are like a teacher teaching college education with paid diplomas, with paid transcript records. You did not earn that license. You just bought that license. Binili mo lang yan. So, as far as the LTO is concerned, to be a driver, first you must be of legal age. You must know how to drive. You must know all traffic rules and regulations. And you are able to secure a genuine license, whether non-professional or professional, by appearing to the LTO personally and passing all this series of examinations. Only then, you consider yourself a driver. Now, if you cannot drive a truck, a 10-wheel, it's okay. Anyway, the moment you are given a license, nakatatak na sa likod ng lisensya mo, what type of vehicle can you drive by using that license. Kaya dapat tinitingnan yung lisensya nyo. Nakatatak sa likod. Code, restriction code. 1 to hanggang 7 yan, hanggang 10 yan. Nakatatak sa'yo. Number 1 ko. Anong number 1 ko? 2 wheels only. So, ano lang pwede mong i-drive? Motorcycle na. Yung nagdi-develop sa pa yung mga videos. Motor, ang galing mag-motor yan. But they cannot drive, pero magaling sila ng motor. Ang code dyan, 2 wheels lang yan. They cannot drive a car. They are not authorized. Hindi sila pwede. Next, 2 3 wheels only. 2, a motorcycle. 3, a tricycle. But you cannot drive a car because the car has 4 wheels. Next, 4 wheels only or not exceeding 4,500 kilograms. Oh, 4 wheels. Kotse, pwede ka mag-drive. A jeep. But you cannot drive a motorcycle kasi wala kang kontat 2 wheels. 4 wheels ka lang. Next, 4 wheels up. 4 wheels up. 4, a car, up, 10-wheeler, 6x6 truck, pwede ka na. Next, automatic clutch only. So if your code is automatic clutch only, then you can only drive automatic car. You cannot drive a manual transmission. So dapat tinitignan mo palagi yan. And the moment you are given a license, i-check mo yan. Because policemen, MMDA personnel are always using this code to harass women drivers. Observe. Along EDSA. Pag nandun yung mga mga blue boys na yan, naghahanap ng pera yan, ha? Nag-i-standby sila, pulputot sila ron. Pag may nakita silang babae mag-isa, pag babae yung, tinatagil yung mga babae mag-isa, siyempre babae, pag pinito yan, titigil yan. Lalabas nga, pupunta na ng polis. Good morning, Mrs. Sabi na nga ganyan. Tignan mo kung sasagot ng babae. What's good about morning, ha? Mga Mrs. Pwede ba makita na yung lisensya nyo? Bakit? Bakit mo gusto makita yung lisensya ko? Ganyan mga babae, sumasagot yan. Kung anong ginagawa sa bahay, ganyan din sa labas yan. Anong violation ko? Wala. Wala pala. Ba't mo gusto makita yung lisensya ko? Titinan ko lang kung meron kayo lisensya. Bakit? Magdadrive ako na wala? Siyempre meron. Medyo mga babae, mahilig mag-adyo yan eh. At hindi ka naman mananalo sa kanila. Kahit na magdamag kayo mag-uusapan yan, hindi kayo matatapos. Ngayon, pag nasa bag ko. Nandiyan. Ilabas mo ninyo. Ang daming karga niya, ilalabas mo lahat. Eh, para malaman kung meron kayo lisensya, meron. Nandiyan. Ilabas mo ako, pinukal ko lang. Wala ngayon ang lisensya. Nando sa isang bag. Alam mo yung mga babae, ganyan. Pag nakita niya wala lisensya, babay siya. Tatawa siya. Dati sugit niya. Ngayon may kasalanan siya. Alam mo mama, nagpalit ako ng bag kanina. Driving without license na yan. Kaya dapat every time you get inside your car, yan ang unang titignan mo. Una, ilipat mo yung wallet mo. Yung wallet na yung nandun na lisensya mo. Alam mo yung mga babae, kung isang taon lang nagdadrive, yung lisensya nila nandun sa old bag nila. Kaya lang nila nalalaman na wala pag nahuli na sila o kaya nakaksidente. Kasi nung araw ganun ang ugali ng tao eh. Basta nag-drive ka, hanapin mo lisensya mo. Ngayon iba ng tao. Basta sumakay sa kotse, cellphone ang unang mawala na lahat ng cellphone. Hindi naman importante cellphone eh. Hindi. Kahit na nasa Makati ka, babalik ka sa Quezon City para balikan mo lang ang cellphone mo. Lisensya mo hindi babalikan yan eh. Pero cellphone mo babalikan mo. Bakit? Kasi baka mabasa ang mga text na huling-huling. Kaya dapat, kahit na naliliugo ka, nandito sa kilikilo yan. Hindi mo pwedeng iwanan yan. Yan. Ngayon, titignan ng polis ngayon ang code. Automatic glance only ang code mo. Maybe you just came from the States. You grew up in the States. You started car in the States. So you are driving your car in the States automatic. Ngayon, pumunta ka rito. So you specifically ask for that code automatic. Tinignan ko mo, you are driving manual. Eh wala kang code na manual. Ma'am, may violation mo tayo. Ang violation? Ang code nyo automatic. Ang dinadrive nyo manual. Yan. Kung minsan naman ang code mo, 4 wheels only. Pag sinabing 4 wheels or not exceeding 4,500 kilo, manual yun. Manual. Nagdadrive ka automatic. Ma'am, wala ko kayong code na automatic. Ang code nyo, manual. May violation yan. Yan. So, they can always fabricate, invent any kind of violation just to harass you. So, you have to be careful in dealing with this kind of problem. Under the LTO memorandum, like in your case, you are just a student driver. After 1 month of your student permit, you decided to convert that to a non-professional. If you did not specify the code, bibigyan ka manual code, manual code, 4 wheels only. Yan. Ngayon, nakahuli ka ngayon ng pulis. Nagdadrive ka ng automatic. Wala kang code na automatic. Ang code mo, manual. At pinipilit niya, may violation daw. Kailangan you have to argue with the policeman. Anong violation ko? Ma'am, wala ko kayong code na automatic, ang code yung manual. Ano nga violation ko doon? Eh kasi dapat meron kayong automatic na code. Bakit pa kailangan nyo? Di ba meron akong code na manual? Oo. Eh pag marunong akong manual, marunong akong automatic. Sira yata ang ulo mo. Remember, that is true. If you are driving a manual transmission and your code is manual, there is no need for you to apply for automatic code. It is understood if you can drive manual, you can also drive automatic. So there is no need for you to specifically ask for that automatic code. However, if your code is automatic and then you are driving a manual transmission, there is a violation. That is the meaning of driver. Next, dealer. The moment you deal with motor vehicles, whether you are selling brand new cars, second-hand cars, spare parts, batteries, accessories, as far as the LTO is concerned, you are considered dealer. Next. Licenses. Different kinds of licenses. At present, most of you are still using the student permit. But remember, by the name itself, student permit, this is not a license. This student permit is only valid if you are accompanied by a duly licensed professional driver. So you have to be careful with that. After finishing the driving lesson with Socialites, and you are so excited to practice your car at home using your student permit, you cannot ask your brother, your sister, your mother, or your boyfriend to sit beside you. kung ang lisensya nila non-pro lang. So only a professional licensed driver can sit beside a student permit holder. Who are qualified to secure a student permit? What is the minimum age requirement? 16. The moment you reach the age of 16, you can apply for a student permit. But you have to show the proof that you are really 16 by submitting birth certificate. Ngayon, next, you must be physically fit. That's the next important requirement. And yet the government is not checking physical, emotional, and mental capacity of the applicant. Suppose you are a one-legged man, isa lang ang paa mo. May gusto mong mag-drive. Eh, 3 pedalya. Ay, papatay ng tao yan. Hindi pwedeng mag-drive yan. Suppose your left hand is amputated. Ito lang sa kamay mo. Right hand holding the steering wheel. Trisera! Kwarta! Ay, papatay ng tao yan. Hindi pwedeng mag-drive yan. Suppose you are suffering from epilepsy. You became a taxi driver while driving along the highway. Ay, papatay mo lahat ang... Hindi pwede yung mga epileptic na yan. Ay, hindi pwede yan. Suppose you are colorblind. You cannot distinguish colors. Ang traffic light, red, green, lahat ang nakikita mo. Wala kang red, puro go ka. Can you imagine that? Wala kang stop. Peligroso ka dyan. And we have to admit it na maraming colorblind ng mga Pilipino, lalo na yung mga lalaki. Karamihan ng lalaki colorblind. You can easily check that. You telephone your husband coming from the office. Before you go home, you pass by the department store. You buy for me a clothing material. What color? Green. Tignan mo kung anong bibili niya. Black. Kakaaway ka niya, green yan. Sometimes he is colorblind or is just ignorant of the color. Ang mga lalaki mahina sa kulay. Ang alam lang namin basic. Red, white, and blue. Kabisado namin yan. Pag sinabi mong pusya, red na lang. Sabi nga, hindi na namin alam yan. The more popular colorblind person is Gabi Concepcion. He's really colorblind. He cannot distinguish colors. Suppose you are a cross-eyed man, tuling ka. Isa lang ang kasalubong mo. May dalawa ito kung nakasalubong mo yung tuling na yan, patay ka. Is it really true that if you are a cross-eyed man, you can see 2 things in one object? I don't know if it's true, but if you put your finger between your eyes, it becomes double. And there's a joke about this. I'm sure most of you knows this joke. There was a passenger coming from Quiapo going to Buendia. The fare is 2 pesos. But he has only 1 peso in his pocket. So he cannot reach Buendia. And he's not willing to walk half the distance. How could I reach Makati area? Piso lang ang pera ko. I need 1 peso more. Nasa ilalim ng tulay ng Quiapo. Nag-isip siya, maghanap akong tuling ng driver. Pag tuling ng driver, binigay kong piso, 2 makikita niya. So he waited. After several minutes, there was 1. Sumabay siya sa harap. Upon reaching Buendia, para mama,